Honorable Bobi Wine, most welcome, by the way.
Thank you, my brother.
Welcome
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Welcome to AI TV. We are so glad to have you here, and we're here to share, have you share your story and your journey. I know that music has been your mouthpiece. You've utilized music to send your message across throughout the years. And now we understand the challenges that are ongoing. We know you've been banned from singing. How do you hope to share, to continue sharing this message?
Well, in this era, we have means that are not traditional of communication. You notice here, while we have radio and TV, there is social media. Everybody is his own TV or his own radio. So while I'm banned, it is just a declaration, it's just a decree of a dictator somewhere, but it's not actually the act of the people. The people still listen to my music. Yes, I'm blocked from performing or earning from my music, but I'm glad that my initial aim was not to earn from the music, but like you said, to have it as my or our mouthpiece. And we still are able to do that.
Okay, okay, that's good. So there is another contention, another issue. You know, everyone is fascinated by the fact that whoever is going to defeat President Museveni must be a military general or somebody who is a veteran of the armed forces. Now, you don't exemplify, or you do not have that background when it comes to that. What is special about you? How do you hope to change that rhetoric?
Well, that's just like you said, it's rhetoric. It's just a mentality, and it has been deliberately planted in us. Not only that, besides saying or making us believe that nobody is going to or can be able to lead Uganda without having a military background, we must remember that a mentality was planted in us that none of us, the common people, is actually supposed to be involved in the way we are being governed. It's supposed to be the so-called intellectuals, the professionals, the lawyers and doctors and so on. And because of the classism that is also, in my opinion, deliberate, there was a big gap between those that have and those that don't have. And those that don't have, the ghetto people, were kept on the periphery. Incidentally, they were the majority. But again, like we've been saying, that was just a mentality. The reality is that the law provides for equal opportunity and equal involvement for all Ugandans, for all citizens. And poor or rich, you are a citizen. So when we, the ghetto people, realize that, and because we are the majority, remember Uganda has over 80% living, in abject poverty.
Absolutely.
So we rose up and said, hey, we are here too, and we belong here too, and we have the same rights that you have. And we know that the law says the majority take it all. Absolutely. So we are the majority.
In a democracy. In a democracy. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So then we've also seen, United States has backed President Museveni when it comes to international politics. The West has been his backbone, okay? Because most of the funding, as you know, we have a lot of funding that comes from the West to run the economy of Uganda. Now, what avenue or what strategy do you have that is going to get the United States to support your cause?
Well, first of all, we believe that everything begins with knowing. Everything begins with opening eyes. Eyes of the ordinary people, but again, eyes of the international community too. You see, President Museveni has been what I would call a benevolent dictator, or a dictator in a suit. This guy presents himself like a Democrat, he tells lies about our country, and then uses that position to even woodwink the international community. For example, it took the world so much to know that Museveni is a brutal dictator. It took the world so much for the world to know that actually Ugandans are being repressed. So yes, we know that Museveni has, been able to present himself to the West as the anchor of stability in the Great Lakes region, and yet I believe wherever he pretends to be maintaining peace, he actually is not innocent of the wars that are there. So, like I said, everything begins with opening the eyes. We always come to the West, not only to talk to Ugandans, but to also talk to the international community and the donors and tell them, hey, you guys are actually partners in crime with the dictator. You're actually sponsoring our oppression. You see, while we have strategic security cooperation with the United States, the same support, the same military support that we get is actually in many cases used to oppress Ugandans. You remember the gun that killed my driver was an American gun. But these guys didn't know. So part of our mission is to expose Museveni and expose him to the fullest.
Oh, thank you. Now let's go to regional politics. As you are familiar with Uganda's regional politics, you understand that Uganda is, there has been a characteristical trait of Uganda being involved in wars with the neighboring countries. You've had us in Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo. You've had us in South Sudan, formerly the Sudan. And now, presently, there is a situation between Uganda and Rwanda. So, could you speak to that? What, first and foremost, what do you have to say about that? And if you were, because you are a contending leader, what strategy would you utilize to address that situation?
Well, first of all, I would not be a warmonger like Museveni does. I would never ever let any of my officers descend onto a neighboring country and plunder it like it was done in the Congo. And up to now, we owe the Congo hundreds of millions for plundering their wealth. I would never undermine leaders in neighboring countries so as not to have tensions. So I would be respectful. We have agreements with values attached to them, and I think I would observe them.
Okay. And lastly, we know that you've just been in the political landscape for the last 3 years. What have you done that has led to President Museveni labeling you the enemy of progress? Because that's important. And what message do you have for the diaspora?
That question should go to Museveni. I mean, he's branding me enemy of Uganda, and you're asking me why? I don't know, but I would think that Museveni thinks he is Uganda. I might be his enemy in his opinion, but he has no right to say I'm an enemy of Uganda, because I'm a Ugandan, just like him. I have the same rights, just like him. And indeed, he has messed up Uganda for the last almost 34 years. I'm in politics for only 2 years. I cannot be responsible for all his mess. Yes.
A message to the diaspora?
The diaspora, my message to you is hanging right there. Don't give up. Be confident, stand firm, and speak your mind. Remember, in this generation, what we don't do, nobody's going to do it for us. I wouldn't be here. I would be doing something else. But because my parents did not stand in for me, I'm standing in for myself and my children. And if I don't stand in for myself and my children, trust me, my children have to stand in for themselves and for their children and their children's children. So let us do it now for ourselves and for the generations to come. Let us love our country. Let us stand firm. Let us reject dictatorship. Let us reject impunity. Let us reject the sale of our country. Let us stand together and say no to the Museveni dictatorship.
All right, thank you for watching. Thanks to the cameraman, the producer, and the team across. Thank you, Bobi, for coming.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
God bless.
Thank you.